Hello and spooky greetings to you crafters. Here's Julia for just one more card, and today I want to show you how to create this fun mummy and especially how to color bandages. I am using the Ghoul Friend stamp set and I've created a mask and I've stamped my image with Memento Tuxedo Black ink on the white cardstock, but I'm using Distress ink now on this mask, and I masked the image off obviously, and I'm using Distress ink on this mask to create a little purple halo around the image because I didn't want the mummy to just stand there. And I'm creating this before I'm doing my coloring, just in case I mess up, because you never know. And I looked at this and I felt that the halo wasn't big enough, so I'm going back in and I'm using a dauber here that you can put on your finger, not the regular ink blending tool, because I tried that before and I found that too big to work properly. So I'm peeling this off, and now I'm much happier with the result that I have. Now, to make the bandages a little more interesting, because they seem a little flat in this image, I'm grabbing my Copic multiliner, and this is the 0.1 size, so it's a very fine tip liner, and I'm drawing in some folds. So you can see this is not rocket science. I'm simply drawing in a few lines coming in from the side, and for the longer lines I made them thicker at the edge, so it looks like more shadow. You can see the colors that I'm using here. They're right there on your screen, and I'm always coloring from dark to light. And I'm being very careful here because I want the bandages to look a little dirty. So I'm using the warm grays. I don't have the neutral grays, otherwise I might have used those, but it doesn't really matter. If you use the warm grays, the bandages are going to look a little bit dirty, which is okay because it's a mummy and it's probably been around for ages trying to devour you. Yeah, sorry, that was my attempt at being scary. Anyhow. So I'm being very careful here because I don't want this to go too dark. You can always add darkness, but you can't really take it away. So I'm very carefully just using my darkest marker on the lines that I drew in, and then I'm coming in with the other markers and making this darker, darkening it up. And I'm going over the color that I already put down and just extending it a tiny, tiny bit. This is a rather, well, it's not a tiny image, but it's not a huge image either. So I'm being very careful here and working very slowly to make sure I am leaving enough white space. You can see I only went over the darkest marker, and now I'm even coming back with the darkest marker a bit to darken this up. Being very careful here, because I really don't want this to end up being way too dark. And then I'm still just working my way forwards with the next lighter color and blending that out. And you can see that I get a smoother end of the previous color here, and it just looks like a little smudgy, as if the mummy has been crawling through dirt or just running around a lot and gathered dust. You never know how long mummies are around. I mean, do they decay at sometimes? They never answer that question in those TV shows. Now, for his face, I'm using a combination of green colors. I'm sorry I didn't write down which green colors I used, otherwise I would have put it here. And I just want to make him look a little sick to his face. Or maybe a little moldy. Do mummies get mold in their face? I don't know. It's another question worth pondering, isn't it? Anyhow, now for the sentiment, I'm grabbing the boo that comes with the stamp set, and I'm using my Versa Fine ink, which I absolutely love for sentiments because it's so crisp and black. It's a pigment ink though, so you have to be careful when you stamp it. It remains wet for a while, so don't smudge it. Then I'm grabbing my silver gel pen and just adding a few dots here and there around the words, or close to the words, just for some additional interest. And you can see that it adds a little bit of sparkle to this otherwise very clean and simple one-layer card. Here's a close-up of the boo and the dots, and here's my mummy. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye!